What is up, YouTube family? In this video, we're going to be going over the 5 most common mistakes which cause 99% of new Amazon sellers to fail, and more importantly, we're going to talk about how to avoid them. So the next 5 minutes could literally save you hundreds of thousands of dollars and a whole lot of pain. So grab some popcorn. This is going to be a good one. Alright, so let's get into common mistake number 1, which is not doing proper due diligence when it comes to trademarks, copyrights, and patents. Some sellers find out the hard way that Amazon does in fact enforce the law, and if you go out there and try to buy 500 units of a product that is trademarked, has a copyright or a patent, and try to sell it on Amazon, Amazon will shut down your listing. And saying that other sellers are doing it is not a valid excuse, because they will eventually get shut down by the trademark, copyright, or patent holder. And so to combat this, what I recommend you do is actually do a trademark search on the USPTO website. It's very easy to do, or you look on Google Patents before you actually sell a product, doing your due diligence on whether or not there is intellectual property rights associated with the product you're thinking about selling will potentially save you thousands and thousands of dollars, and more importantly, your valuable time and energy. Because trust me when I tell you, there's nothing more devastating than getting the dreaded email from Amazon saying that your listing has been suspended due to intellectual property rights infringement. And so I hope this past 60 seconds could potentially save you thousands of hours of time and potentially thousands of dollars of wasted product. And common failure reason number 2 is expectations when it comes to budgeting and expenses. As you probably know, there's been an onslaught of all these new gurus popping up everywhere, telling you about all of their experience on Amazon, and sometimes giving really poor quality information. And what this does is it gives a false idea of the actual realistic amount of money that it takes to get started the right way selling on Amazon. Amazon is a real business, plain and simple, and most businesses take money to get started. The largest expenses related to starting your business on Amazon are, of course, buying the units, right, cost of goods sold, and shipping. And then it's also smart to factor things in like, your expenses for product photography and having a safety buffer just in case anything weird happens, like at Chinese customs, and just lots of little things that don't often pop up, but can pop up down the road as an Amazon seller. And no matter what anyone tells you out there, the actual realistic amount of money to get started selling on Amazon is about $3,000. Yes, of course, you can get started with more money. Yes, it is possible to get started with less, but it's very difficult to get started the right way and not cut corners if you have less than $3,000 US to get started. And while to some people, needing $3,000 to get started on Amazon might seem like a bad thing, to me, actually, I think of it as a good thing, because it keeps most of the competition out, right? Things like Shopify that cost almost no money to get started have a massive amount of saturation because it's so easy to get started. The competitive barrier to entry that is needing around $3,000 or more to get started keeps out a lot of the people that create a lot of the saturation with other business models. So unfortunately, if you've heard someone else out there, some other guru or a blog post or somebody that you've heard about that's an Amazon seller and they teach Amazon, and they've told you that you can get started and create a full-time income on Amazon with $100, they're just straight up lying to you. It realistically takes $3,000 or more to get started the right way, to have enough money to pay for your product, to pay for shipping, to pay for things like product photography done the right way. And then on top of that, if you actually want to purchase a course, that teaches you step by step how to do things, a ton of different mistakes to avoid, right? Because just one mistake with Amazon PPC, or choosing the wrong supplier, or choosing the wrong product can cost you tens of thousands, if not more dollars down the line. And so most of the time, if you actually purchase a course from the right person who's going to be transparent and not lie to you, it's going to end up saving you a ton of money through the connections they have, through the discounts to all the common software and services, and things like that. And realistically, it can take 30 or more days to actually start to see a return on your investment of getting started on Amazon, right? Creating the products takes time. Shipping the products takes time. And if you ship via sea, right, that 30-day number can actually go up to 60 days or more, because it actually takes time, of course, to ship your products from China by sea all the way to the United States, load them into the United United States port and get them into an Amazon FBA warehouse to actually start fulfilling your products so that you can start to make money. And I always see people just overusing software. Yes, there are a ton of different pieces of software for Amazon. No, you don't need all of them, right? I've seen pieces of software that are $100 a month that just help you calculate profits, right? You don't need that type of software unless you're like a 6 or 7, even like a high 7-figure seller, right? There's only literally 3 pieces of software that I use in my Amazon business to this day, having run multiple millions of dollars worth of products sold on Amazon. Those 3 pieces of software are something for product research to find new and profitable products to add to your portfolio, right? Something to do keyword research and PPC research, and then a service or tool to launch my product to page 1, right? And those 3 things that I personally use are viral launch, product discovery, and market intelligence, which will be down below in the description with a 30% discount for you guys. I also use number 2, which is Zon Keywords, ZON Keywords.com. That is the tool that I use to do all of my keyword research, to create my listings, to do all of my PPC research, and there will be a 50% off discount down below for that tool as well. The discount code is BlackBelts50, and you can put that in and there will be 50% off. It's the best deal in all of the Amazon software ecosystem. And then tool number 3 is called Page1ify, PAGE1ify.com. This is the tool that I use to actually launch my products to page 1, which sometimes can be the difference between being successful on Amazon and failing. All of the other hundreds of different software tools and services out there, they say that you need them, but those are the 3 tools that I use, and I don't need any other software personally to run a successful Amazon business. Reason for failure number 3 is what I like to call decision paralysis. This is one of the biggest killers in the success of entrepreneurs in general. It's not unique to Amazon. It literally happens with every different type of entrepreneurial venture, right? What you'll see happening is that people will get decision paralysis. And what this means is when there's multiple different decisions, it's much harder to actually make that decision. Think about it like this. When you go to the grocery store and there's one brand of cereal and you want cereal, it's a very easy decision. You get it and you move on. But if there's 100 different types of cereal, and if you don't have a favorite type of cereal, it takes much more time to actually make that decision, because there's a lot of factors to weigh and things like that. And with product research, right, there's always at any time literally millions and millions of different products that you could potentially sell on Amazon. And so what I've seen happen to thousands of people, in the Amazon FBA Ninjas group, which is the largest Amazon community in the world. There's over almost 100,000 of us in that Facebook group. If you guys haven't joined, make sure you check it out. It's an amazing resource, Amazon FBA Ninjas. What I've seen from just thousands of people in the group and my followers on YouTube and things like that is decision paralysis. They see all these different opportunities, and because there's so many different opportunities of products to sell and things like that, they end up doing nothing. There is never and will never be a perfect time to become an entrepreneur. Just like there is not ever and will never be the single perfect product. All it is knowing how to do product research the right way, doing your due diligence on product research, knowing what to look for, knowing what to avoid, and then simply jumping in based on that data. And we're not going to talk about exactly what that is in this video. This is more of a video on common mistakes, but if you do want to learn more about what criteria to look for when it comes to product research and doing it the right way, we will have a free training down below where you can learn more about how to find successful products on Amazon. And in the training, I'm going to be showing you guys an actual product that I currently sell that generates over $30,000 per month. But the critical part about all of this is once you know the criteria and how to objectively evaluate the data, doing your due diligence on products, you have to take action. Because again, there's never going to be a perfect product and there's never going to be a perfect time to start on Amazon. You have to just get started after interpreting the data and doing your due diligence when it comes to finding the perfect product for you. Common reason for failure number 4 is reinvesting profits and understanding how to properly do inventory forecasting, which at the end of the day basically just means how many units to actually buy and when to buy them. Amazon, like most businesses, has what is called a cash cycle. And what I mean by that that is you have to actually pay for your products up front in bulk at heavily discounted prices and then wait for them to be made and shipped, which can take, anywhere from 30 to 60 or even more days depending on how you actually ship them, whether by air or by sea. And so what that essentially means is that you are floating that cash for the entire time that it takes to manufacture and ship your products, which is why it's so important to be aware of how to properly do inventory forecasting and properly budgeting for your orders, keeping in mind having to restock and future orders. And to really build a super profitable 6 or 7 figure Amazon business within a year, it's very important that you reinvest almost all, if not all, of your actual profits from the original products that you sell to continue adding additional profitable products to your product portfolio. So like all businesses, guys, cash is king, and you need to be aware of your cash flow cycle so that you can purchase new inventory and invest in new products to keep your cash flow strong. And common reason for failure number 5, and probably most importantly, is what I like to call lack of value. And we're gonna get into number 5 really quickly, but before we do, super quick, I wanted to give a big shout out to our daily giveaway winners. We're giving away thousands of dollars of cash and prizes and a bunch of fun stuff. And if you want to enter and be our next shout out on our next video, all you have to do is 2 simple things. Tap the little like button and then enter below. It takes like 9 seconds. Enter our giveaway. The link is right here. All you have to do is click that, enter it. It takes 9 seconds to do, and you will officially be entered to win a brand new MacBook Pro and a bunch of other fun prizes. So number 5 is the key to basically everything when it comes to creating a successful business, which is value. And again, because of some very low value gurus out there and blog posts and people teaching Amazon, there's this misrepresentation and misinformation that you can just go buy a $5 logo on Fiverr, slap it on 1,000 garlic presses, ship it into Amazon, and expect to retire in your Lamborghini in Fiji next week. But unfortunately, that is just not how it works. And I'm not saying that that's never how it works, because literally a few years ago, I knew some people that sold umbrellas on Amazon FBA and were making millions of dollars doing it. But Amazon, like all business models, evolves. And to make money and be successful on Amazon nowadays, you actually have to add value. So how do you do that? Well, there's a lot of ways to do that. Some of the ways that I like to do it is look at the negative reviews and improve what the commonality of those negative reviews are saying, right? So if they say the product's too big or too small or too breakable or has bad packaging, you improve that, you create a more valuable product. I like to look for products that I can bundle with other products to make a more valuable set. Right? I like to look for ways to improve products and actually create more value and added value to the end consumer. That is how you create longevity for your Amazon business, so you're going to be around longer and outlast all of your competition who is not focused on value. Because remember, there's still products that I launched in September of 2016 that make money every single day and every single week like clockwork with zero work, because I did the work up front and I added a ton of value that the other sellers in my niche did not. So is Amazon a perfect business? Of course not. But are thousands and thousands of my students and myself making millions and millions of dollars selling products on Amazon every single year? Yes. One of the tricks that I've learned over the years doing this is it really pays to have a mentor who's made all of the mistakes before you so that you aren't doomed to repeat those mistakes. Because what I've learned about Amazon is just one major mistake can really ruin everything. And if you don't pick the right product and if you don't know what you're doing, it's never going to work. Amazon is just too complicated of a business model to try to do on your own. So you're watching this video right now. That's a massive first step, and I applaud you for doing that. What I would recommend you do is, if you want to join a course, take a look at our free training down below. I'm going to be showing you a real product that I personally sell that makes $30,000 every single month. Or if you don't want to join a course and you want to just learn more for free, what I suggest you do is take a look at the playlist that will pop up at the end of this video, and you can watch all of the other videos I've ever made on Amazon, and you can learn a ton of different stuff that way. Of course, on YouTube is not going to be as organized or as deep of information as the course, but it is a great place to start. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure that you tap the like button. And if you haven't already joined the strongest family on YouTube, what I suggest you do is smash the subscribe button, turn on a little notification bell so that you will be the first to know when we release brand new knowledge and data on how to take back your financial freedom. And so until next time, ninjas, happy hustling.